is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this. Actually, don't have a name for it. I guess later on I will. But it's going to be this kind of a winter dress. It's made to wear clothes underneath it, but it's made with double crochet, so it's not going to be too hot when your daughter or whoever you're making it for has to wear it. Because obviously in the summertime, usually you have to wear leggings or some kind of shirt underneath, like double thick. So I went with that idea in mind and used double crochets at the top to kind of have some, not too hot. And I made sleeves that go just past the elbow. So it's not above the elbow, it's like covers the elbow and goes right to that part after the arm, at least on my daughter. So whatever shirt she's wearing will also show through here. Obviously it'll be long sleeves. And this skirt part of the dress is made from the Fleur De Lis stitch that I showed you not long ago. I thought it would be really cool to use. So that's it. Oh, and these little wee flowers, I used the petite little flower pattern, but I used a 3mm size hook for that. The rest of the dress is made with a size 5mm hook or size 8 for the US. So you're definitely going to need the 5mm hook, and also, very important, to get a measuring tape. My daughter obviously may not be the same size as yours. I don't have it in inches, but centimeters. I'll try to get it on the pattern later and over the video later maybe. From the neck to the waist, it measured 60, oh wait, no, I didn't measure that part. I measured from this part, from one arm to the other, was 69 centimeters. And then from the neck all the way down to the end of the skirt was 76 centimeters. And just the skirt all by itself, so from the skirt down, was 47 centimeters. But you can measure measure your own daughter, whoever you're making this for. This is made for my daughter who is 6. So if you have around a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, then this probably will fit her. She's pretty tall, so I would definitely measure the size skirt that you need. So enough of me blah blah blahing about the size of this. Let me move that out of the way. For this project, I used 2 skeins of each. I didn't use as much of the yellow as I did the teal, but let me just move my camera up for you just a bit. There we go. So, and this is 100 grams, 260 meters, and 284 yards. And I used 2 of these and about 1 and like maybe a half of the next. So definitely get 2 of each of the colors that you want. And this is on my shop right now. It's 8/8/14, the date, August 8th, 2014. So right now I have it on my site, but here in a few months I may not be able to get it anymore. But I don't know, always ask. If you check my shop, if it's still there, then I obviously have access to it still. And it's really soft stuff, microfiber. It's acrylic, but it's microfiber acrylic, or micro is what it's called. Okay, soft stuff, and that's it. Also important, have a tapestry needle to hide your ends. So grab the color that you want to start the top of the dress with, and then we can get started. Now what I did for this dress, and this is what I'm going to be showing you. I'm only going to be showing you the size that I have, but from my size you can easily figure out any size that you want. But if you can see by this chart, and it's probably backwards, upside down. I'll have a picture of this I'm going to put over the video, so I guess it doesn't matter what I show. But it's going to be 72 stitches, 72 chains in the center. And then we're going to start with the next row in the middle. This is an option that you can change if you want, because if you can see the back, see how it has this line running through it? That's because we started kind of in the middle. But you're going to have to start and stop somewhere, maybe it would be better to do it on a corner, because then it won't really show. It's going to be part of the fold. But it's also the back of the dress, and my daughter will be wearing her hair down during the winter, so I'm hoping it won't really be noticeable. So it's up to you how you want to do that. It was just easier for me. This is the square that you do. You chain 76, and then you start this square pattern. You want to start with any color. This one I started with the yellow. This one I just did all teal, my second attempt, because this one was way too big. So it's up to you, but I just started with the solid color for this dress. So if you're making one like that, then just start with one color. I added a trim of yellow around after I was completely done. So go ahead and chain 72, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, once you get your chain of 72, you want to follow your chain down, making sure nothing is twisted, and then slip stitch in this last chain to form a ring. Then you want to chain 2, then you want to double crochet in the next 8 stitches. So go ahead and double crochet in the next 8 stitches, and I'll show you how to do the corner. So when you've done your 8 double crochets, not counting the chain, just did 8 double crochets. Now we're going to be making the corner, and we're going to be doing the corner done the same way throughout the whole project. So worked all in the same stitch. You want to work 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then work 2 double crochets. And that is how you do the corner. And then starting in your very next stitch, you want to do a double crochet. You want to do a double crochet in the next 17 chains. So do that, and I'll see you in the next 17 stitches. And again, you're going to be working a corner, which is in the same stitch, working all these stitches in the same stitch, I should say. You want to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. And then you're going to be repeating this for the rest of the row. You're going to do another 17, then you'll do a corner, another 17, and do a corner, and then the last stitches before you hit the chain here should be an 8 stitches, and then you'll slip stitch in the beginning stitch. See how there's 8 double crochets on this side of the chain? You should also have 8 double crochets on this side of the chain. So continue that all the way around. Okay, I can't continue doing row after row after row just to give you the number, because it's going to take entirely too much time. Basically, and I'm going to have a picture up, I'll probably put it up now. You're going to have, like I just showed you in the last row, this line here is the chain, and then you'll have 8 stitches on this side before you do this corner, which I have 2 lines, a dot and 2 lines that stand for 2 double crochets, a chain, 2 double crochets. And then you do 17 stitches before you hit the next row, the next corner, 17 before you hit the next corner, 17 before you hit the next corner, and then another 8 stitches before you hit the chain, which is exactly what I just showed you. Now when you get to the end of the row, you slip stitch in the top of your beginning chain 2. And then you'll chain 2 again, and then the next row goes 10 stitches before you do a corner, because you're going to be working right over the stitches that you did the previous round, and that's what I'm going to be showing you now. So like I said, when you're starting your next row, you'll slip stitch in the top of the chain 2, and you will chain 2. Now I've double crocheted over the 8 that I had from the previous row, and like I was telling you, every row you're going to be adding 2 stitches on this side, because your corner, your corner is 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So this corner here, you're going to always put a double crochet in those 2 stitches as part of your chain. And in this corner, you're going to work your corner as usual by putting 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. Okay, now the next part's very important. This first double crochet of the next corner part here, this is your 2 double crochets worked in this. You want to skip this first double crochet and only double crochet in this one. So you'll skip this first double crochet after you do a corner every time, and you'll just put a double crochet in the next, and then just continue down your whole row again. And then remember, when you get up to the next corner, this one, you'll go ahead and put a double crochet, do your corner of 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in this center, which you'll always use from round to round to round. And then the very first double crochet after the corner, you will skip, and then you put a double crochet in the next one. And you will be continuing to do this over and over again for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. This one has more. This was a sample piece. This was the first one that I did, and then realized it was way too big, so I got rid of it and started again. But you'll only be doing a total of 6 rows. So minus this yellow here, this is 6 rows here. So you'll do those 6 rows, and the first row I showed you on the picture is going to be the 8 that you did at the beginning, and then you do the 17. Okay, and now your next row, because you double crochet over the 2 corner pieces here, you'll have 10 single crochets before you start your corner. Then you will double crochet 20, and then you'll do your corner. Then you'll double crochet 20, do your corner 20, and then when you get back up to the beginning again after your last corner, you will double crochet 9, and then you'll slip stitch in the beginning, chain 2, and that will be round 2. For round 3, you'll chain 2, and you will double crochet over 12, and then do your corner. Remember, you always skip that first double crochet, and then you will double crochet 23 on each section before you do a corner. And when you get back up to the beginning again, you'll double crochet 10, and then slip stitch in the beginning, chain 2, and that's the end of row 3. Now for row 4, you will chain 2, and then you will double crochet 14 before your corner, and then after your corner you will double crochet 26, and then you'll do your corner and repeat doing 26 double crochets, and then your corner, 26 double crochets in your corner until you get back up to the top again, and then you should have 11. So if you're noticing a pattern here, there's always going to be an increase when you begin a row by 2, but the end of the row here will only be 1 more stitch than the previous one. See, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you did 9 double crochets the last round here, then you'll have 10 the next, then 11, then 12, then 13. So anyway, at the end of row 4, you will have 11 double crochets, and then you slip stitch in the beginning, chain. So then row 5, you will double crochet 16 before you hit the corner, and then you will do 29 stitches before you do each corner, 29, 29, 29, and when you get to the last little bit here, you'll have 12 stitches before you slip stitch in the beginning chain. And then your last final round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your 6th round will be 18 stitches at the beginning, 32 stitches down the sides before each corner, 32, 32, 32. When you get back up to the beginning, this last section, you should have 13 stitches. Then you you slip stitch in the beginning chain. Now the reason why I'm showing you this and explaining it, because it would just take way too long just to give you the numbers to crochet all that. So I'll have it in the pattern. I'm gonna probably do this graph a little bit better so you can see it on the video itself and on the side as well. So once you've gotten this section the way that you want it, you can fold it in half. Fold the square in half. Now what I did to make your sleeve here is you just sew from the corner. This one I sewed a little bit more, like I said, it was an experiment. But then the one I did for my daughter, which is this one here, I folded my little 6 rows in half, and then I just started right there to make the sleeve. So from like this side, it's open, I folded it in half, and then I turned it this way because this is the way I'm going to crochet. Okay, and you want to go in from, this is the corner down the side. I found this corner, put my hook through, then get the corner on the opposite side, the fold, just like that. And then I did a slip stitch to join, chain 2. And then now you can open up that section, and then you just start working down. See, this is your hole here. So you're just going to start in the very next stitch. And I'm only using yellow just to show you because I know the other is such a dark color. So you're just continuing to double crochet in each stitch around. And when you come all the way up to your next hole here, you'll want to connect those pieces the exact same way. I'm going to show you real quick. I double crocheted all the way up to this corner. I haven't done anything in this corner yet. And you just line up again, corner to corner, just like you did on this side. And you will line them up with your fingers like here, which creates 1 stitch, and do a double crochet in that stitch. And then you can open it up this way so you can just keep going around. You're just opening up, and I'm doing again in the stitch right next to the corner. So you have a stitch connecting here. Get a little closer here. This is the stitch from one corner to the next corner, and then right in the next stitch, a double crochet, and just do that all the way around until you get back up to the beginning, which is way over here. And then you'll slip stitch in this beginning chain 2. Okay, just got done. Slip stitch in the beginning chain here. Now if you look at your top, you'll see that it has the armholes now on both sides, and that is basically how you do the top part with the arms and everything. Now you just connected the pieces, and now it's just going to be a simple row. So this next row, I want you to just do 1 double crochet in each stitch around. And I counted how many stitches that excuse me, that I was supposed to have, but I guess I miscounted because the number that I have can no way be the number. So You may want to count your stitches here. Make sure what you have, if you want. But it's not that big a deal. I mostly went off eyeballing it anyway to make sure it was straight. So what I want you to do is go ahead and chain 2, and then in the next stitch start doing your double crochet. Put 1 double crochet in all your stitches around. The rows that we did here were like 6 rows. So this one that we just did was row 7. So now you're about to do row 8. Row 8, you just want to put 1 double crochet in all stitches around and then slip stitch back into the beginning stitch. But because I'm going to save time for this tutorial, pause the video, do that, and then come back. And then for row 9, I want you to do a double crochet decrease underneath these armpits here. I want you to do your decreases. So you're going to be starting with a decrease, and then you'll do your next decrease underneath this arm, the sleeve. So you're going to begin by doing a double crochet decrease. This is for row 9, by the way. So you yarn over, you go into your first double crochet, then you just go right into your second double crochet. You have 4 chains on your hook. You may not be able to see that, so maybe I should back up. You yarn over, go into the first double crochet of the row, then go right into the next crochet of the row, 4 loops on your hook, and then you pull through the first 3 and pull through the last 2. So then go ahead and do it one more time. Decrease. So you'll have 2 single crochet decreases in a row. So you'll do 2 in a row here, and then since you have to do 2, I would start maybe 1 here and then finish the second one here. Try to stay underneath the armpit if you can. So you'll do a total of 4 decreases in this row, 2 here and then 2 at the beginning. So whatever number of stitches that you had, you're going to be decreasing it by 4 for row 9. So do that, and when you're done, come back here. Okay, whoa. So for row 10, you're going to be coming back up to the beginning again. After your double crochet, after your decrease round on row 9, you're going to slip stitch back in the beginning chain, and then chain 2. Now this is where it gets easy. Now you want to go ahead and place a marker here, because for row 10 through row 15, you're going to just be doing a double crochet in each stitch around. So I'm just going to go ahead and place a marker, marking the last row. So I know for the next 5 rows, I'm just going to be putting 1 double crochet in each stitch around. And since you have it marked, you can just crochet and then count the rows after, just to make it easier for yourself in case you're watching something or on TV. So go ahead and do 1 double crochet in each stitch around for the next 5 rounds. Okay, so once you have your 5 rounds done, and therefore your top is pretty much done, you do want to go ahead and measure. This part can be a little short, and you can just have more of a skirt. Most crochet dresses are kind of prefer that, but I went ahead and did it to the waist of my daughter, just above the waist actually. But it's up to you. So if you want to do a few more rows, that's fine, or a few less rows, it's fine. If you want to have a shorter one, it's really easily designable. Change what you want. But when you're ready to start the skirt of the dress, you want to cut your yarn for the top, and you want to attach your next color. For mine, obviously I switched to yellow. So when you're ready to do your actual dress, you'll cut your yarn and then attach your new yarn, and then you will do 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So cut your yarn and then go ahead and attach your next color, because you need to be working with 2 colors. When you're ready to start your row 16, you start off by attaching your yarn and chaining 2, and in that same stitch, in the same chain, you can go ahead and put 1 more double crochet. Then in the next stitch, put 2 double crochets and just keep working 2 double crochets in each stitch around. You want to double your stitches this row, because you want your skirt to actually kind of go out a bit from your, see how mine kind of goes out? You want it to do that to make it look pretty. So go ahead and put 2 double crochets in each stitch around. Okay. Now this bottom of the skirt, I used the Fleur De Lis stitch, like I told you before. In each one of the Fleur De Lis uses 6 stitches plus 2. On this one, it actually uses extra 2 because you need that last little bit before you slip stitch in the beginning stitch. So go ahead and count all your stitches and make sure that it's divisible by 2, then plus 1. So if you have 36, which is divisible by 6, then you really want to have 38. So find the number that's divisible by 6 and then add plus 2. And what I did is I just went ahead and I put a double crochet, 2 double crochets in all the stitches around until my last like 3 stitches. Then I counted my stitches, all of the stitches I just did all the way around. And I was kind of wrong on my numbers at the time, so instead of putting 2 in each of the stitches, I just put 1 in the next few stitches until I got up to the amount that I needed. And if I had too much, then I would back out a little bit more stitches and put 1 double crochet in each until I got that number divisible by 6 plus 2. And then I started my Fleur De Lis stitch. And since this skirt really has a lot of stitches, you're basically doubling it, it's not going to matter that this very last piece before the end has some double crochets. It's not going to matter. But it's going to take a little bit on your part to get the right amount of stitches that you need. So when you're ready to actually do the Fleur De Lis stitch, I do have a tutorial about it if you want to check that out. It's better than what I show here, but you're going to be using both your colors. You see here, you're going to be doing one row with one color, and then you're going to not cut your yarn, and you're going to just start your next row with your next color. So you're going to be working one over the other without cutting your stitches. So first off, you want to double crochet. Oh, actually this first row I attached my yarn and did a chain 1, and then in that same stitch you want to put a single crochet, and then you're going to want to chain 1 and skip 2 stitches, and then this third stitch you want to put 3 double crochets. Whoops. Oh, this yarn sometimes separates on me. Worked in the same stitch. Then again, chain 1, skip 2 stitches, and then the third stitch, do a single crochet. Then chain 1, skip 2 stitches, then put 3 double crochets. And then that's what you're going to be repeating. After your 3 double crochets, you chain 1, skip 2, and then put a single crochet. Then chain 1, skip 2, and 3 double crochets. And then you'll just keep repeating this over and over and over again. And when you get to the beginning single crochet of your row, you're just going to slip stitch. And before you slip stitch, you should have 2 stitches here before you slip stitch. So your last 3 stitches should be double crochet 3, then skip these 2 stitches and slip stitch in the last. If you only have 1 stitch here instead of 2, I say just that's fine, because it's not really going to make a difference on this first row anyway, and then from now on it'll be correct. So it's always preferred to have the 2, but if you only have 1, don't worry about it. Close enough. You slip stitch in the beginning single crochet, and then without cutting your yarn, you'll be here, I already did this. Without cutting your yarn, you'll want to get your next color, and you'll want to find the beginning stitch, which is here for me, and you already slip stitched in this beginning stitch. So what I did, since I'm attaching my yarn, is I went ahead and attached my new color in the center of the 3 double crochets, in the center double crochet here, because it makes a cleaner join, because you're going to be doing a single crochet here anyway, this row. So you want to go ahead and this is where the end of the row is. Just move over to that first set of 3 double crochets, and I do a single crochet attachment. So I just find the center double crochet here, put my hook through it, and then pull up a loop without going through my loop I have on my hook, and that gives me the 2 loops that I need for my single crochet, and I just pull through my single crochet. Now make sure while you're doing this that you always have these your 2 skeins of yarn you're working with. Try to keep them untangled. It's going to be a pain, but try to find a system that works for you. Now once you have your single crochet, you're going to be doing chain 2, and then working on the actual post of this next double crochet. You're going to be doing a front post double crochet, which is just yarning over, pulling up that double crochet, and then just working a double crochet on it. Instead of in the stitch, you're working on the post, what's called the post. And then you'll want to do a double crochet in the single crochet. Then again, we reach our next set of 3. You'll want to do a front post on this first of the 3 double crochets. Then chain 2. Then we've reached the center of the 3 double crochets. You will always put a single crochet in that one, and then chain 2, and then you're repeating again. Do a front post. Whoops. This is where the end of my thing went. You do a front post on the, this is our repeat. This is where we are right here. This is where I did a single crochet in my center of my 3. Then you do a front post double crochet on the next one. Then a single crochet, a single double crochet, a double crochet in the single crochet. And then you'll do another front post double crochet on the start of the next set of 3. And then you'll repeat again, single crochet, I should say chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, and then you'll do your next front post double crochet. You're only going to be chaining before and after the single crochet that's in the center of the 3 double crochets. You'll be chaining 2 before it and chaining 2 after it. The rest is just front post double crochet in the single crochet, and then front post double crochet in the beginning of the 3 here, and then chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, and then you just repeat it again, and you get all the way up to the beginning again. And your yarn will be here. So I'm just going to pretend that my yarn is just down here waiting for me, and it will be waiting for you here at the beginning of the row. So here, because this is a single crochet, I told you I wanted you to move over just a little bit. So basically your yarn is going to be here, where you slip stitched into your beginning stitch. So this is where you're going to be. So you'll just pick up your yarn here where you left it off in the last single crochet. And since here we're doing our the same thing that we did before, so what I'm going to do is this is where you would have a front post double crochet. This is the very first stitch of the row, and normally you would have a front post double crochet here. And what you're only going to be working with is the center single crochet and the center double crochet. The rest you're going to be skipping. So when you begin with that front post double crochet, it's not going to matter that I don't have it right now in order to show you what you do, because you're only going to be working in the first single crochet, so you're going to skip over. So what we're going to do is chain 2. That brings us up because you're going to be coming from behind, so I always chain 2. And you're going to do a double crochet in the first single crochet of the row. You're going to skip that first front post double crochet, and then you're going to, oops, wait, no, yeah, sorry. So the first double crochet, this first single crochet of the row, you're going to put a double crochet in, 3 double crochets actually. You're going to be mimicking what you have down here, 3 double crochets, and the single crochets in the center of the 3 double crochets. And the next row, when you pick up your yarn into that single crochet that's in the center of the 3 double crochets, you're going to put 3 double crochets. You're just going to be repeating, and then you'll chain 1, and then now in the center double crochet, so you have a front post double crochet, front post double crochet. You're going to skip again, front post double crochet, and you're going to do a single crochet in the top of that double crochet here, and then you'll chain 1 again. You'll find your next single crochet, which is here, and then you'll do your 3 double crochets in this single crochet, and then chain 1. You'll always be chaining 1 after your set of 3 double crochets, and you'll always be chaining 1 after your single crochet. So again, you're going to be repeating exactly what you did on this first row. You're going to be repeating it for this row, and again you'll be slip stitching in the beginning single crochet. This one actually did an attachment to the single crochet here, but when you started the row it was a single crochet, so normally you would be having a single crochet here. Actually, at the end of this row there would be a double crochet here, so you'll just be doing a single crochet in the top of your double crochet every time you begin this round. And it kind of messed it up a little bit because I didn't go all the way around. So when you first begin the row, you can bring up your yarn by chaining 2, and then you will do a double crochet, a single crochet in that double crochet of the round, which is just like this. You'll have your little Fleur De Lis, and then your single crochet in the top. So you'll be doing a double crochet in that you'll be doing a single crochet in that center double crochet like that. That's how you begin the row. Then you do your 3, single crochet in the next, 3. And I know it's a bit confusing, but like I said, I have a video. If this is pretty confusing for you, because I'm not doing the whole dress, it's just so much to videotape. I have a video about this Fleur De Lis, but it goes back and forth in rows. So this is just to show you how to slip stitch in the beginning and pull up the next, and then just start. You'll be working in the same exact stitches in either video. So if it's easier to check the site, check the other tutorial, go for it. But you'll be continuing to back and forth all the way around, and you'll pick up the next stitch, And always try to start in the double crochet in the center where you'll be doing a single crochet with your next color, or when you're starting your yellow, or where I'm starting my yellow here, you'll want to put a single crochet in that center double crochet. So when you begin your row, always try to start with that nearest single crochet or double crochet to start the row, and you'll do it a few times and you will get used to it. So I want to explain on the end here. Let me show you. I repeated those 2 rows all the way down. You can make this a short or a long dress, doesn't matter. It could be a short skirt. My daughter insisted on it being long, so I turned it into a winter dress. More so a winter dress, and added the sleeves to be long. And anyway, I wanted to add this bottom to the skirt, and this bottom to the skirt is just after I got done with my last row of yellow, I went ahead and I put my teal on, and I went through and I put 3 double crochets in each little section that I could. Sometimes I only put 2 if the stitch was kind of small. The great thing about this last row is it doesn't really matter. You're just trying to get a lot more stitches to kind of have a ruffle. And so it doesn't even matter where you stick the stitches, just as long as you put them in the stitch itself. Don't go like, for instance, see, here was a stitch and I went into the stitch. I didn't just go under this line and put the stitch here, because then it would leave a bigger hole like that. Try to go into the stitch as much as you can. Try to get into the smaller stitches. And put 3 where you think you can, and put 2 in the other areas. And then once I got down to the end of the row, I just slip stitched in the beginning stitch, which is probably a chain 2 since I'm still working with double crochets. And then I just went around one more time, putting 1 double crochet in each stitch around, which just gives it length. So just put 1 double crochet in each stitch around. It gives it length, and it adds that little bit more ruffle to it and look. And that was all I did for the end here. And for my neck, I don't know if you've ever done the crab stitch, but I attached my yellow and I did just 1 row of crab stitch all the way around. I have a video that can teach you how to do the crab stitch if you like. If not, there's a lot out there, but it's optional. You could just do a single crochet all the way around. It just added kind of a nice look. I wanted to add a bit of yellow on the top. Then this section where we just connected here and started doing our bottom, this is our sleeve. What I did is on the sleeve is I attached my yarn on the bottom of the sleeve so it wouldn't be as noticeable, or on the top and everything. And I added 3 rows of single crochet. I just wanted to get a color look to it. So I want to show you that real quick. I attached my yarn to the under the arm part here, just somewhere where it won't be as noticeable. I attached it again with the single crochet attachment, and then I just did 1 single crochet in each stitch around. Then slip stitch in the beginning stitch, and then chain 1, and then in the same stitch put a single crochet, and then again work 1 single crochet all the way around. Do that for 3 rounds. You should have three rounds of single crochet, and then I'll show you how to get this fluffy sleeve part here. This part is not fluffy, just this first section kind of made it with a poof to it. Okay, so pretend I went around 3 times like I did with my sleeve here, but I went around 3 times, and now you're ready to make this puffy part of the sleeve. So what I did is, of course, I changed my color back to teal, and then I did a double crochet attachment. You don't have to, you can always slip stitch and chain 2, but if you want to do a double crochet attachment, all you do is yarn over once, put your hook inside the first stitch, pull up a loop, then you yarn over, pull through only 2, and yarn over and pull through only 2. And I have a video as well that shows you how to do the single crochet and double crochet attachment. So then you want to go ahead and put a double crochet again in this first stitch. So you have 2 double crochets in the first stitch. Then in the next stitch you only want to put 1 double crochet, and then next stitch you'll repeat by putting 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and then the end of your repeat pattern is just putting 1 double crochet. So you'll be putting 2 double crochets in one stitch, then 1 double crochet in the next, and you'll continue that all the way around until you get to the beginning, where you'll slip stitch in the beginning stitch. Then your next row will be this row. I only did a total of 4 rows, so that's how you start your first row. Then the second, third, and fourth row is only going to be putting 1 double crochet in each stitch around. Let me just make sure. Yep. Just going to be putting 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So go ahead and do your increase of 2 double crochets, then 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, and then your next 3 rows just put 1 double crochet in each stitch around. And then you can go ahead and cut your yarn, and then you'll be attaching your yellow again. Okay. So let's pretend now that this part that I'm about to do is this section of my puffy sleeve that I just got through doing my puffy sleeve, and I'm ready to attach my other color again, which is my yellow. And for that round, which is round 5, you're going to actually, if you want to count these 2 stitches, these 3 rows here, be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would be round 8, but on my pattern I didn't count this because I did this a little earlier, so I'll count that now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be your 8th row. So for the 8th row, when you change your color back to yellow and you're doing your single crochets, you will be single crocheting decrease in all stitches. So all the way around, you'll attach your yellow again, or whatever color you're using, by a single crochet method again. And then in each stitch around, you do a single crochet decrease. And how you do that is you go into the first stitch, the next stitch I should say, pull up a loop, then go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, pull through all 3 loops. Then again, go into the next loop, pull up a loop, then go into the following loop, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, pull through all 3 loops. And you're just going to do this all the way around your sleeve. And that will be for row 8. So rows 9 and 10, when you get done with this decrease row, you slip stitch back in the beginning stitch, and that will end your row 8. And then sticking with the same color for rows 9 and 10, you will just put 1 single crochet in each stitch around for the next 2 rows. So for 9 and 10, just 1 single crochet all the way around, and then that'll bring you back up to here. You'll be up to here. Now all I did after that was I just attached my teal back again, and I just did 1 double crochet in each stitch around for 4 rounds. That's all I did. Then I attached my yarn back again with my yellow, and I did 5 rows of just 1 single crochet in each stitch around. I didn't decrease or anything. So these last little sections here, there's no decreasing, there's no increasing, there's just 4 rows of double crochet and then 5 rows of single crochet. And that's it. That's how you do the sleeves. And then that was pretty much it of all the things that I did. And then after I was done, I thought the front looked kind of plain. So I got a 3mm hook, and I made my petite little flower and I'll give you the link to that if you want to use that flower, but you can use any flower. I just recommend making this top part look pretty somehow. But you can use your stretch of your imagination however you want to do that. And that is how you make this. I'm guessing because you're using the Fleur De Lis stitch, so I guess I'll just call this the Fleur De Lis winter dress. How's that? Winter crochet dress, something like that. So it's going to be the Fleur De Lis winter dress. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'm actually working on another dress. I don't know if it's going to come out after this or whatever, but I do have the crochet flower dress if you're looking for more of a summer dress. But I hope that you check out more of my tutorials on my channel, and you can find all kinds of stuff there. I'll make sure I put all those links that you need in the bottom of the description box. Plus, if this tutorial has any other parts, it'll be there too. The link to the pattern with the pictures, everything else. So always check the description box below the video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and please like this video if you liked this video, and please don't forget to subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.